We begin today with one of the biggest transfer stories developing anywhere in European football. Because Chelsea Football Club are reportedly preparing a blockbuster move for one of the most feared strikers in world football. And according to growing reports, the driving force behind this potential transfer is Chelsea's new manager, Xabi Alonso. The Spaniard has only recently arrived at Stamford Bridge, but sources suggest he has already identified the player he believes can transform Chelsea's attack and potentially change the future of the club. That player is Victor Osimhen. Now make no mistake about it. This is not just another transfer rumor. This is not simply a player being linked with a Premier League club. This is a story involving one of Europe's most explosive goal scorers, a manager with a clear footballing vision, and a Chelsea side determined to return to the very top of English and European football. And if the reports prove accurate, this could become one of the defining transfers of the entire summer window, because Chelsea's message appears clear. They are not looking for squad players. They are not looking for short-term solutions. They are looking for genuine game changers. And Victor Osimhen sits right at the top of that list. Before we break down the latest developments, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications if you want daily Chelsea transfer updates, breaking news, tactical analysis, and exclusive coverage throughout the summer transfer window. Because this story is moving quickly, and there could be significant developments in the coming weeks. Now let's get into it. According to multiple reports, Xabi Alonso has personally identified Victor Osimhen as his dream signing, the striker he wants leading Chelsea's attack, the player he believes can become the focal point of his new project at Stamford Bridge, and perhaps most importantly, the player he feels can solve one of Chelsea's biggest problems over recent seasons: goals. Because despite possessing plenty of talented attacking players, Chelsea have consistently lacked a reliable elite number 9. A striker capable of delivering 25, 30 or even 35 goals across an entire campaign. A player who can decide big matches. A player who can punish mistakes. A player who can turn half chances into goals. Victor Osimhen has spent years proving he can do exactly that. Whether in Italy, European competition or on the international stage, the Nigerian international has built a reputation as one of football's most complete modern forwards. He combines pace with power, aggression with intelligence, physical dominance with technical quality. And perhaps most importantly, he possesses the ruthless mentality that separates good strikers from elite strikers. That is exactly why Chelsea are interested, and that is exactly why Xabi Alonso reportedly sees him as the ideal striker for his system. Now here's where this story becomes particularly interesting. Reports suggest discussions between Chelsea and the players' representatives have already progressed positively. While there is still work to be done before any deal can be completed, there appears to be growing confidence that both sides understand the project being proposed. And that project starts with Xabi Alonso. The former World Cup winner arrives at Chelsea with enormous expectations. Supporters are excited, the ownership is ambitious, and the pressure to deliver results immediately is significant. But Alonso is known for having a very clear football philosophy. He wants intensity, he wants tactical discipline, he wants intelligent movement, he wants players capable of pressing aggressively and attacking space quickly. When you analyze Victor Osimhen's profile, it becomes easy to understand why Alonso is pushing so hard for this transfer. Osimhen thrives in transition. He thrives when running behind defenders. He thrives when pressing opposition backlines. And perhaps most importantly, he thrives when responsibility is placed on his shoulders. He is not a player who hides. He wants the big moments. He wants the decisive chances. He wants to be the player supporters look toward when a match needs changing. That mentality is something Alonso reportedly values enormously. Because rebuilding Chelsea is not simply about tactical systems. It is also about building a winning culture. And according to people close to the club, Alonso wants leaders. He wants competitors. He wants footballers who are prepared to fight for every trophy available. Victor Osimhen's reputation suggests he fits that profile perfectly. Now from Chelsea's perspective, there is also another factor driving this pursuit. Timing. The transfer market moves incredibly fast. One week a player appears available, the next week multiple elite clubs enter the race, and suddenly the situation changes completely. Chelsea are fully aware of Osimhen's standing in world football. They know other major clubs admire him. They know other clubs are monitoring developments, which is why there's growing pressure to move decisively if they truly want the striker. Inside Stamford Bridge, there is reportedly a belief that signing a player of Osimhen's caliber would send a powerful message across Europe. It would tell rivals that Chelsea are serious. It would tell supporters that the new project is ambitious. And it would tell the football world that Xabi Alonso intends to compete with the very best managers from day one. Because let's be honest, when clubs sign players like Victor Osimhen, they are not simply strengthening their squad. They are making a statement. And that is why this story continues to attract so much attention. But perhaps the biggest question remains unanswered. Can Chelsea actually complete the deal? Can they overcome the financial challenges? Can they convince all parties? And can they secure one of the most sought-after strikers in world football before rival clubs enter the race? That is exactly what we will be analyzing throughout this special report. Because while confidence may be growing, the biggest chapters of this transfer story may still be ahead of us. And if Chelsea do manage to bring Victor Osimhen to Stamford Bridge, it could become one of the most important signings of the modern Chelsea era. So stay with us, because next we're going to examine why Xabi Alonso believes Osimhen is the missing piece in Chelsea's attack, and how the Nigerian superstar could completely transform the Blues' ambitions both domestically and in Europe.